Thank you, Nelson, for the introduction, and thank you everyone for joining. As Nelson mentioned, we will talk today about the TOAlert system. And please, if you have any question, just please type it in the chat box, and I will respond to these at the end of this webinar. Have you ever wondered how we can send emergency notifications, everyday messages, and have synchronized clocks at the same time? Well, the answer is TOAlert. So TOAlert is a one system to manage your critical communications, and I will go through the agenda. So today we will start with an introduction about TOAlert, then we will go over the hardware overview, and we will see how TOAlert fit in the market with some application examples, and we will end with a portal view or overview of the TOAlert system. So TOA, in partnership with American Time, would like to introduce the newest system, TOAlert. TOAlert is a communication platform that delivers emergency communications, daily messaging, synchronized time, and weather alerts with one easy-to-manage solution. So I will start by introducing the system. So TOA, as an industry leader in the mass communication systems, is partnering with American Time, who is an eminent company in custom synchronized time solutions and communication systems, to bring forward this newest communication system. And this system is consisting of two parts. The first is the TOAlert hardware and the TOAlert software. So I will be going through both, but we will be focusing more on the TOAlert software. So the key features of this system includes emergency notifications and messages, bilingual language support. We can display messages in English or French or both at the same time. Also, it includes weather alerts and customized alarms, programmable daily messaging, time, date, temperature, and weather information, bell scheduling, analog or digital clock format, and also in landscape or portrait orientation. So to go over the hardware first, I would like to start by the TOAlert products. So the TOAlert products consist of three main hardware devices. First, the TOAlert dynamic display, which is a 22-inch display. The second is the TOAlert dynamic view, which is a smart player that can be connected to any TV or monitor using the HDMI cable. And here we are showing an example of 55-inch screen. And behind the screen, the dynamic view has to be connected. And the third is the TOAlert integrator, which can be used to integrate to emergency systems such as fire alarm or panic push buttons. So I will start with the TOAlert dynamic display. It is a 22-inch display that delivers crisp communication and instant messages to alert individuals. It ranges from integrated system to synchronized clocks for precise time, countdown timers, and buzzers. Some of the key features include HD screen, so it's 22-inch high-definition screen with built-in speakers, bilingual language support, which can display messages in English or French or both. TOAlert platform supports a virtually unlimited number of displays. It displays functions in either landscape or portrait orientation. It's preloaded with operating system software, and also communicates with TOAlert management portal through wired Ethernet or Wi-Fi network. Also, it resumes normal operation without intervention after a temporary power interruption, and has 2-year warranty plus 90 days on the display part. So 90 days only warranty for the display part. The second TOAlert hardware is the TOAlert Dynamic View. So the Dynamic View is a smart media player that allows you to display TOAlert platform alerts, messages, and communications on a broad range of large format TV monitors through HDMI input. Some of the key features include Smart Media Player, bilingual language support, display messages in English or French or both, HDMI connection to a TV or monitor, TOAlert daily messaging, emergency notification, and synchronized time. This one has a landscape display orientation only. It's preloaded with operating system software. Also communicates to the TOAlert management portal through wired Ethernet or Wi-Fi networks, and resumes operation without intervention after a temporary power interruption. And this one has 2-year warranty on the dynamic view. The third and last hardware is the TOAlert integrator. So the integrators are designed to work with the TOAlert emergency communication platform in conjunction with other emergency switch operation. Some of the key features include integrators are wired to existing security system switches and create internet messages that automatically trigger alert. Integrators support physical wiring to monitor normally open or a dry contact security system switches. Also, integrator can be configured to monitor fire alarm panels, switches used for emergency alarm purposes. So in addition, also the integrator has one output that function to allow secondary devices such as strobe or audio alarms to be controlled, normally open, normally closed. So in total, we will have 2 contact inputs and 1 relay, normally open, normally closed output. And the warranty on this is 2 years, and we can have up to five integrators per system or per site. We will explain what site mean in a bit. After having this quick tour over the TOAlert products, I would like to start discussing the TOAlert in the market and how it fits. Where can TOAlert be used effectively? So TOAlert is suited to be part of an overall paging and mass communication system. The TOAlert portal in combination with the TOAlert equipment creates a comprehensive and user-friendly solution for a variety of markets in Canada. TOAlert enhances our already strong audio systems with a visual and descriptive alert mechanism for more secure facilities. And this solution can be installed in a new or retrofit projects. So 3 of the main markets that TOAlert can be fitting in. Number 1 is large facilities. So TOAlert can deliver instant, clear news and emergency notifications with audio alerts. It is perfect for large settings such as warehouses, manufacturing facilities, and distribution centers that can have higher level of environmental noise. Second is healthcare. So whether you have a staff of 5 or 5,000 employees, TOAlert deploys efficient communication throughout an office building or an entire corporate campus. And third is education. So the TOAlert system saves schools time, money, and complexity when managing critical communications and safety systems. So the next question will be, why use TOAlert within a mass notification system? There's a few reasons for that, and number 1 is to keep classes, meetings, or shifts on time, because you can consolidate clocks, bells, alarms, and messaging systems into one easy technology, and also streamline the management of many building communication systems. And I will explain this one in a bit. Second, because quickly alert for better security. So during a threat or a drill, you can deliver clear and timely instructions by room, grade, or department. And third is because you can clearly inform everyone with news and messages. So you can display messages about news, meetings, and events. You can customize by department, grade, or floor, so you can get the right message to the right audience. And lastly is integrate other systems for maximum efficiency. You can integrate TOAlert messages with your existing building systems like fire alarm and lockdown. So when an alarm is triggered, an instantly displayed messages within your building and notify authorities. Also, this will be explained in more detail when we go over the portal. The operational diagram of the TOAlert system actually consists of three sections. The first is the user himself. Second is the TOAlert cloud platform. And third are the EverAlert hardware that will be installed on site. So the TOAlert platform includes content, messaging, scheduling, weather, time, integration, and many more. So there's three parts for this system. So the user for management and control, TOAlert cloud service, and the hardware that's installed on site. So I would like to go over some application examples, and I would like to start with the healthcare facility. Here I would like to mention an example where you have multiple offices, reception, waiting rooms, and here you can install EverAlert devices in those rooms to notify either staff or visitors with either messages or critical alarms during emergency situations. It depends on the size of the room. You can choose whether you want to install the 22-inch dynamic display or go over that size, and then you have to use a dynamic view with a monitor of your choice. So in offices, for example, you can install the dynamic display. In the waiting room, you can have like a 40-inch TV with the dynamic view. In the hallways, also 22 inches dynamic displays can be used. All of these will be connected to the hospital network, going back to the TOAlert cloud service, and users can control this from around the world, anywhere in the world. The second example is actually an airport. For the same purpose of delivering critical messaging to staff, employees, or visitors of the airport, a dynamic display or dynamic view can be installed in areas like baggage, cargo handling, arrival halls, departure halls, check-ins, and so on. And all of these will be tied into the airport network, going back to the TOAlert cloud server. And the last example I would like to share here is school. So in the same fashion, we can install 22 inches dynamic displays in all the classrooms, one per classroom, and dynamic views with big monitors in general public spaces or hallways. Now here I would like to mention one additional information I didn't mention before, but it can be applied to also hospitals and airports. There's two levels of users, and that's the reason we are showing a user here. Because you can have something called a client manager or a site manager. A site manager or managers, you can have more than one manager. So this site manager can manage a specific site. But what if you have a school board, for example, and you would like to manage multiple schools at the same time or monitor those schools? You can have a client manager. So this client manager or managers can monitor and control several schools from a central location. And the site manager can control and monitor one specific site, which is one specific school. But this example also applies for airports. If you have multiple airports, you would like to manage all from one central location, the same rule apply, and also for hospitals. How this system integrate with our audio paging and intercom system. And here I'm showing a standard riser for schools where we provide our N8000 intercom and paging solution for classrooms, along with our IR800 system for voice lift and our professional equipment for gym operation. So in each classroom here, we are showing a 22-inch dynamic display that can be connected and routed back to the school network, and a dynamic view with a big monitor in public spaces, where also this one can be routed back to the school network, and all will be connected to the TOAlert cloud system. I would like also to add one extra example where dynamic view can actually be used as bell scheduler in schools, for example. So all you need to have is one dynamic view and connect this one to your system. Here I'm simplifying the connection to an amplifier and speaker, but obviously this one can be connected to a system because the dynamic view provides a 3.5 millimeter output, audio output, and this can be connected to the system. And through the TOAlert portal, you can add schedules and bells and also upload media as necessary. So going through the TOAlert hardware and the TOAlert software and the where the can be used in the market, I would like now to jump to the TOAlert portal. And this here, I would like to show the main functions and features that the portal includes and how these can be controlled. So the TOAlert portal, in the TOAlert portal, users can register with TOA Canada, and they will be given access to the TOAlert portal to view and modify the system for their facility. And this is how the landing page will look like. In the TOAlert portal, there is a menu on the left. So it's a panel, so left panel. So this panel acts as a menu to control the all facets of the system. But this panel, there is two sections for it, the upper section and the lower section. So the first upper section of that panel, here it's showing on the left side of this slide. So this is the first group of this panel will affect all sites. So whatever you do on the top section of the panel, it will affect all sites registered, because you can have more than one site and you might be a client manager, which means that you can control and monitor more than one site. So here from this area, you can control other sites and you can send messages to all sites at once. Now, if you would like to monitor and control a specific site, then you have to go to every single site, and then you will see this panel on the right side of this slide where you can control and manage specific site. In this example, I'm showing in the blue rectangle, TOA Western Canada. So this is a site called TOA Western Canada, and here where we can control this site remotely. So first, I would like to go through the All Sites panel, which is the upper section of the menu. As you can see here, there is multiple options under Sites. There is Sites, Users, Notification Audit, Action Audit, Messages, Licenses, and Network Device Max. Now I will go through the most important ones, and I will start with Sites. So the Sites screen displays all sites connected to this account and allows you to choose one or more site to modify or send a message and alert. So in this example, you will see there's 5 sites connected to this account. Our TOA Canada Corporation headquarters, our Ontario office, Western office, Eastern office, and Quebec office. And these sites all connected back to the portal. And me as a client manager, I'm able to see and control all of these sites. The second option is users. So in this screen, the user screen displays all persons connected to this account. Each person will have their own username and password. Clicking on the user's email address will open the edit user page for that user. So if you would like to edit the user's information, you just need to click on the email address of that user that you can see here in the orange box. The next one is the notification audit. So the notification audit screen displays notification inputted into the system with date and time and which portal site and who created it. You can do general search for a time-specific search. So here it will display all the notifications that happened on the systems and on which site and who did initiate the notification with the date and time as well. The next one is the action audit. The action audit screen displays a log of notifications made by users on the site. This may include settings specific to a certain device or changes to configuration files. Indicates also time of change, user, and specific device. The next one is messages. Messages is a drop-down menu with three options, include list, add message, and instant message. I will start first with the list. So the message list screen displays all messages that are currently active or scheduled for all sites. And remember here, we're still with all sites. So wherever message there is, this will be sent to all sites. By clicking on the individual message, a new window opens to gain access to specific details for message and the ability to edit the message. Please note that when I say here all sites, it's not necessarily all sites altogether, but I can select which site I would like this message to go to. So there is a sites selection, and this will appear on the next slide. So the next one is the add message. The add message screen is where you create a new message for the system-wide or choose a specific site under sites, which if you look here at the screen, it's on the right side of the slide, and there is a title called sites where you can see all sites and you can check which one you would like to create a message to. You can select all sites or you can select specific sites. In here, you need to add the specific details to complete the message, the body, and the time of the message is to be displayed. There's a set of information you would need to add, like the title of the message body, the start date, start time, end date, if necessary, and the end time. In addition, you can also add recurrence date, so you can have this message to be repeated automatically on specific days on that specific time that you are already setting. And the last one in the messages drop-down menu is the instant message. So the instant message is where you create a message that after saved will instantly be displayed on all the TOAlert products on all sites or those specifically selected. In this example, wherever you type in the title and the message body and you hit save, so the sites that you selected here, TOA, Western Canada, Eastern Canada, and Quebec only. So this message will be instantly sent to all displays on these three sites, the Western Canada, Eastern Canada, and Quebec. These information that I mentioned here are related to all sites. So as a client manager, you can send messages to any site you want at any time. It can be instant or scheduled message. Now, I would like to jump into the specific site panel, which also include information related to the specific site that you are selecting. Number one, devices. So if you look here at the left side of this slide, you will see all the options that you can control for this specific site: devices, alarm, profile, license info, schedule dashboard, map, users, messages, zones, media, and ad. So I will start first with devices. The devices list screen displays all devices connected to the site you have selected. So there's a drop-down menu for the integrator, as you can see here in the orange boxes, dynamic view and dynamic display section to view the connected devices. Now here, if you click on these three labels, the integrator label that's inside the orange box in this example, or the dynamic view or the dynamic display, then this menu will open and it will show you all the connected devices. You might have 10, 20, virtually unlimited number of displays under each of every single menu. We have 3 menus here: the display, the view, and the integrator. And also on the right side, there is the green, orange, and red boxes, and these will show you the online devices, the devices attempting to connect, and the offline devices as well. And if you click on the name of a specific device, so by clicking the specific device, a new window appears with further information. It will be related to a specific device. For example, if you click on a specific display, it will go to the specific display so you can control and change the name of the display and which zone the display is belonging to. And this will be explained in a bit. But the first one is called devices. And here where you can see and manage all of your devices connected to your specific site that you selected. The second one is alarms. So alarms, it's the second in the menu when you can click a drop-down menu, and here in this example you can see there's 3 alarms that created by the user. Evacuate, dash evacuate, which is evacuate in French, and there's a reason for that. Fire alarm, alarm, and lockdown alarm. So the alarm section permits activation of alarms. So alarm issued from this page are sent to all devices on that particular site, and by default are active alarms. You can create alarms, and I will show also this in a bit, but all the alarms that the user will create will appear here, and here you can issue the alarms. Now there is a reason why an alarm has 2 languages in it, because for specific projects and in specific provinces, they will ask us and the dealer to have all the displays with both languages, show English and French at the same time. So when you want to issue an alarm, also you want to issue the alarm with both languages. Please note here that evacuate is in English, then French is the second, which means here English is the first language and French is the second language. It can be also created in vice versa way. So this is the alarm page where you can issue instant alarms and you can cancel alarms from this page. The next one is profile. So the profile page contains contact and location data for the site, as well as site-wide settings. So on this page, you can add the site name, the street address with the city and postal code, which is very important. And there is a reason why you have to enter this information to be accurate. Also, you can enter the contact name, a phone number, etc. And if you look at the right side of this picture, you would see a setting called language defaults. There's a primary language, secondary language, and default or display temperature. So the primary language, you can select either French or English. For the secondary language, you can also select French or English or none. So you can have only one language, like French only or English only. For the display temperature, it can be in Celsius or Fahrenheit. So this is all related to the profile page. Now the next one is the schedule dashboard. So the TOAlert schedule dashboard is a powerful and intuitive tool to create, review, and manage your schedule bells and events across the site, across all of other alert devices on your site. You can edit zones, bells, and schedules from this window as well. As you can see here, there is the left section of this page and the right section. The left section will show you the zones. Also, you can edit those zones or create new zones. And schedules. In this example, we are showing 3 schedules, either a regular day for school, or no school in green, or early dismissal in red. And as you can see here in this calendar, you can select specific days for normal schools, and you can apply the schedule of a regular day, and all the events that are created under the schedule will be applied automatically. The same for no school and early dismissal. Why this feature is handy? Because, for example, if there was a specific normal school day, but for maybe some extreme weather conditions, the school board decided to close the school for that particular day. So instead of having the bells keep ringing as usual, you go to that specific day, you select it, with one push of button, you apply the no school schedule, and within 5 seconds, then this schedule will be applied, and then the no bells or events for that specific day. Even events include not only bells, but for example, also national anthem and other things. These can be explained in more details please discuss it with the RSM, your regional sales manager. He can provide more details. Also, you can review our TOAlert page for more details on the user manuals that we have. So this is about the schedule dashboard. The next is the users. So these are the users that are created specifically for this site. So the user section displays all users currently assigned to this particular site. Each person will have their own access credentials. Clicking on the user's email address will open the edit user page for that person. If you would like to change the name, email address, phone number of that particular user. From the same page also, you can click on the add new, as you can see on the top center section of this example, and you can add more users to that particular site. Now, going to messages, this message is a drop-down menu. There's 3 options for messages: new message, instant message, and list of messages. And these are all related to messages to that specific site that you are working with. I will start first with the new message. The new message page is where you can schedule a variety of messages and events to be displayed on your TOAlert products, such as text messages to be shown on all or select displays, scheduled alarm drills, and event notification. Moreover, you can select the zone required or specific device, and then you can save and update the settings. So with this, you can create new messages similar to all sites, but instead of selecting sites, here you are selecting zones or selecting specific displays. Here, and it works the same way. You need to add the title, message body, start and date, and also start and end time. And also you can set some repeating days. The next one is instant message. It's similar to the new message, but this one will be sent instantly, and it's not a scheduled message. So the instant message section is where you create a message that after saved will instantly display on the TOAlert devices from the current site specified. You can choose a specific zone or a specific device or display. And the next one is zones. So there's also 2 options for zones. Either you create a new zone or you can see the list of zones created. So the new zone screen allows you to create a new zone. Devices can be assigned to the zone within this page. As you can see on the right side of this example, there is dynamic display in the showroom and dynamic view in the showroom, and there's the all option. So if you select all, it will select both. So you can select which displays belong to this particular zone that I'm creating from within the zone creation itself. Additionally, after the zone is saved, devices and users can be assigned to the zone in the Edit Zone page. Zones allow you to assign displays into groups, and zones can now be targeted with bells and messages, as we just saw in the Messages menu and the Schedule dashboard menu. The next one is the list of zones. So the zone list page shows a list of all zones created for your site. The list also shows a representation of how many devices are assigned to a zone. You can see the number of devices on the right side and the users as well, and how many users have been given authority for a zone. Click the zone name, which is here in this example in the orange box, to open the edit window. Next is media. So in media, the audio list screen displays the media files available to use within the system along with the date created and file format. So by default, there is a set of bells that are created or media files like chime, doorbell, glass, radio interruption, and school bell. In this example, I'm showing Canada National Anthem, which is uploaded by the user himself. And here you can click the title to open the edit window, which here is inside the orange box. And you can add new, you can click add new on the top section, the orange button, to upload media files, and we support MP3, MP4, and WAV files. The next is the admin. So the admin where you can do the admin configurations. And in this menu, there is multiple options. As you can see here, EverAlert configs, network reports, notifications, alarm definitions, action audit, alarm integrators, EverAlert Max, network device Max, and setup network device. And I will go through the most important ones. And I will start first with the EverAlert config. So the admin section provides control over the EverAlert devices configurations. Within admin, you will find the EverAlert default configuration and custom configurations. So from the default configuration window, you can make changes to the configuration of time, clocks, devices, strobe, and network, and select the custom configuration to add equipment setting, one that's not available within the default section. So you can have two types of configuration. I can give an example of if you have some displays connected via Ethernet wired connection and other displays connected via Wi-Fi. So you need to create two configurations. That the default can be wired, and you create a custom configuration for Wi-Fi devices. The next one I would like to show here is notifications. In the notification section, contact information can be entered here to send SMS or emails to the listed individuals in the alarm in the event of alarm. So these can be set for certain personnel. You cannot add the entire school, for example, all the students. This is only for teachers, principals, some admin staff in the school, for example, and here that you can add the name, the mobile phone, and the email address. Note that anyone can be entered into this page. A user account on the portal is not required to receive notifications. The notification audit displays all recent notifications applied to the TOAlert portal and created by all users. The next one is alarm definitions. As we can see here in the yellow box, there's two options, alarms and weather alerts. This is a very important section because here where you create all of your alarms and here where you can manage your weather alerts. I will start first with the alarm. So the alarm definition list displays TOAlert alarms that have been configured to use on your site. Alarm name specify the title of the alarm, which also display on the screen while the alarm is active. So in this example, I have as I showed you before, evacuate -evacuate, fire alarm, and countdown. And you can see here, there's a priority for this. There's priority 1 for all of them. There's 3 levels of priority, 1, 2, and 3. So priority state, the priority setting of the alarm. You can click the alarm name to open the edit window, and also you can click the add new, the orange button, to create a new alarm and set the priority and the colors. The next one is the international weather list. Here for us, it will work in Canada. So the international weather list display all available weather alerts on your site. Alert name is both the identifier of the alert and the text that will be displayed on the screen itself. Also, there's priority state, the priority setting of the alert. You can click the alert name to open the edit window. Please note that here there's 2 levels of alerts, alarm and information, and there's also priority for these alerts. Also, please note that you can, as you are seeing here, the alerts are in French because the primary language selected in the profile section was French. Whether we had English as secondary language or not, this alert will follow the primary language. So if you have the primary language in French, all these alerts will display in French. If in English, as you can see, yeah, all these alerts also will show in English. Please note that these alerts will appear on your displays automatically because we've connected the TOAlert system to Weather Canada, and we will retrieve notifications from Weather Canada automatically, and we will show one of these alerts on your screen automatically. And this is what's great about the system, that you don't need to trigger weather alerts manually. These can be triggered automatically. The next is the action audit. So this displays a log of modification made by users on your site. This may include specific settings specific to a certain device or changes to configuration files. But this is similar to the first one that we had, but this is related only to a specific site. And the last one we have here is the alarm integrators. Here where you create all of your integrators, or basically you define all of your integrators. If just to remind you, an integrator is a device that can be connected to a fire alarm panel or a panic push button, for example, for emergency or lockdown scenarios. So the alarm integrator list displays the integrator added to your site. Each integrator supports 2 contact inputs and 1 relay output, normally open, normally closed. Each integrator can be configured to a specific zone or group of zones. Each site supports up to 5 integrators at this moment. I would like to show one last slide related to this webinar. In addition to the client manager and site manager I mentioned earlier, there's a third level of users that can be created, and it is called the display specific user. As a reminder, a client manager can manage all sites. A site manager can manage one site only, and a display specific user is where you can set to manage one or more displays within one particular site. An example of this can be a teacher. So a teacher is an example of such a user. For example, in a school where you would like to give a teacher the ability to send messages to only one display in one particular classroom, then you can define this within the system. And then when the teacher logs into their portal, that's what they will see on the display, on their PC or desktop. That's what they will see. They will see only one page with no menu on the left. You see the left is empty. Only they can send messages with title, message body. They can set start date and end date. Same for the time and repeating days. And that's all that they can do. They can send messages. In this example I'm showing, good luck with your math quiz. So this message will be applied to the display in the classroom, one classroom only. And this is an example of a teacher portal. And that will be all for the TOAlert system. I would like to thank you for listening.